Yo, mic check, mic check. We good, we good, we good. How's the audio? Let me see. Let me see how the audio is. Yo, mic check, mic check. We good, we good, we good. How's the audio? Let me see. Audio sound. See how the audio is. Audio sound straight. We good. In the meantime, let me get into. Let me switch my screen so y'all can see what it is. What it is. What's up? I got your bitch in the club. What it is. What's up? What it is, oh? What's up? What it is, oh? What's up? Put feet up real quick, get a little comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You know you're gonna be sitting here for about 2 hours. Might as well get comfortable, right? Let's get into it. Transition. Yeah. Let's look. Let's start off. Oh, fucking missed the goal position, bro. Fucking bitch. Damn. Looking at gold sell for this breaking retest right here, but I fucking missed it, bro. Fuck. Bitch ass period, bro. Fuck, bitch ass gold. I don't even want to do a breakdown on that bitch no more. That shit, this drop was nice as fuck, bro. On that 1 a.m. candle, bro. Fuck. 100 pips. Easy. In an hour. Damn, I'm pissed off. Fuck you, gold. I don't want to do that breakdown no more. Let's start off on EU on a daily time frame. I know how I like to get down. Daily overall bullish. We're in between this high and this low. Boom. Goes to the 4 hour time frame. We are shifting bullish on the 4 hour as well as prices coming out to take out these highs up here. So our 4 hours going bullish as well. And on the 1 hour time frame, we're already aggressively bullish after taking out this high here. So this is my major key level of resistance here. You got a major support down here. We have a mid level right here that price previously broke and never got a retest. So we may have a retest down here for some buys. If not, then we are currently sitting at this support, resistance. So some potential buys above here for a break retest to continue higher. And then we can look to target this level right over here. Very, very, very simple. And I'm sure this will be a nice retracement from this push to this push. This is within a 0.50 to 0.70 on a Fibonacci level. Let's not think about EU. That might not be in my favorites though. I might not trade this at all today, just because ideally I want to take this trade, not really this one, because this move already started. But my fucking allergies is bothering me so bad. Ideally, I'm gonna take the buys down here rather than taking the buys all the way up here, being so this is already so high. So I probably won't be taking this. See if we have a better opportunity. Look at that go. Let's do my go breakdown. I'm mad I'm really missed this entry. But daily time frame is still bullish for in between this high and this low. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame now. 4-hour is still bullish. We are just in a retracement phase of a bullish trend. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, we just had a break of this low here. So we're definitely bearish. Might get some entries if price can re-break this low. Other than that, we could take some buys alongside the 4-hour and the 1-hour being already bullish above this range here to trade back to the upside here. Only things bad about this trade is that this is very, very choppy. We do have this bearish trend line here. And then buying above this range, we could just look to target the top of this range here for this level of resistance. As far as sells this counter trend could play out to a degree. Price is coming down into this level of support here. So you may have some kind of break and retest of these areas. And you have another support down here in the 1-hour time frame. That's what I think about gold. So sells risky below here and buys better above here. Don't think I like this too much either. Looking at GU, this is my GU idea from yesterday. The GU idea from yesterday ended up playing out very, very nicely actually. With it being buys above this area with a break and retest. But we didn't get in, so we can do a new chart. We'll look at our new GU chart and do a breakdown right about now. In the daily time frame, we're overall bearish on the daily. As you can see, we have a weak bearish close candle here. A strong bullish candle here. Let me know we might be in a reversal phase or a retracement phase on a daily bearish trend in between this high and this low. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, we are bullish on the 4-hour now. Have a lower low, a lower high. Price just gave us a shift in structure here where the 4-hour decided to go bullish, reacting off of this support level. Just got a 4-hour closure above as well. 2 4-hour closures above. And we have a retest. Go on the 1-hour time frame. But on the 1-hour time frame, we are still bullish. We just broke above this high here. So we just look for a pullback into this fib level. I would say buys as we pull back into this fib level to go pro trend to the 4-hour and the 1-hour. The counter trend to the daily, but the daily is in a retracement phase. So I think mark off this whole entire zone actually as a bullish fib and delete the fib. Clean my charts up a little bit. Yeah, so buys potentially in this area for GU. If we don't get rejection here, or a clean setup here, and price starts to push back up, we could take a buy at the rebreak of this 1 hour level of support, well, resistance in this case. Let's extend it left to see how we act previously. So we can either buy down here or buy up here. Either one, then we can look to target this high right over here. Very, very, very simple. This looks like a New York session kind of trade though, not necessarily something that could happen right this second or within London session. So far, nothing clean enough to actually trade yet. Again, I need a deep pullback on EU. I prefer to take these buys above here for gold. For GU, need a deep pullback into this 134,600 area. And as far as GBPAUD, let's do this right now. Daily time frame, I'm gonna say we're bearish. We just made a new low here. We're in between this lower high, this lower low. Looking on the 4-hour time frame now, we are still bearish. We had a price breakout below this area. Now we are in a retracement phase of a bearish 4-hour trend. We're also sitting at a fib level that lines up with the previous level of support on this 4-hour time frame. Look at the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame created a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. Price looks like it's coming down to take out this higher low. So if we can get a closure below this low, we could trade this back to the downside with clean range to fill all the way until price potentially comes back down into this range. So this is very, very, very clean. Out of all the trades I marked up so far, this was my favorite one. Put this at the top. Do a recap of this trade idea. Daily is overall bearish, so I'm looking for sells. 4-hour is indeed bearish, just had a deep retracement, indeed still looking for sells. 1 hour is bullish, anticipating that it could go bearish alongside the 4-hour daily being bearish. This is an A+ setup right here. So I really like these sells. Might get these tonight if we get a 1-hour closure below this level of support. So I did EU, I did gold, I did GU, haven't done GJ. Do a quick GJ breakdown. Quick GJ breakdown. Daily time frame overall bullish but consolidating. Bullish but consolidating. We're in between this high and this potential higher low. Really this higher low here. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, we are bullish still. We didn't take out a 4-hour higher low. So this is just a very, very, very steep retracement. 4-hour time frame, so 4-hour still bullish as well. Same kind of structure levels. Going on the 1-hour time frame, we are now bullish. Price broke above all of these lower highs here. Create a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Prices now looks like it wants to pull back into this previous equal highs here, which is it's actually doing now. So if we get a pullback into this area, we'll look to take some buys based off the 5-minute having structure. So this pullback is way too aggressive. No entry here for me. I need this pullback to actually have structure. No structure, no trade. But some potential buys in this area. And as far as these buys, we can look to target these highs all the way up here for the top of this overall daily candlestick, or this top of this range. Or take some partials around this area here. So I can't take partials around here because price already hit here. Well, I could if I use a 1-minute time frame for entry. But again, the 1-minute time frame has no structure either. This drop is pretty aggressive with no structure. I actually wouldn't trade off of this being a retest. If not, I would actually like to see a fib pullback into these areas down here for some potential buys. Bullish big. So being this pull back too aggressive, I'm not really interested in those buys, but I will be interested in buying at this level instead. Either I use this fib or I use this fib. Kind of tricky. The body closed above this high here, so technically this is a higher high and a higher low. Yes, this is higher high and higher low, so it will be this fib. It's really just buys off of this area here, actually. If price come down here, this is where the 1 hour shift bears. So I don't want to buy once 1 hour shift bears. Other than that, as far as sell, I don't want to sell until the 4 hour shift bears. And that doesn't happen until price comes all the way down here, which is definitely not happening. No time soon. The GU, I kind of like the GU idea, not the best, but I don't like it as much as I like, not GU, GJ. Not the best, but I don't like it as much as I like GA, but it's still better than EU and gold. So I'm gonna put this as my second pair to watch on the day. Let's do UJ now. Okay, let's go back and look at GA, make sure I don't miss this position. Okay. Go to UJ. Sorry about that. Looking on a daily time frame, we're overall bullish. We have no bias closures below this low. We're in between this high and this low right here. 4 hour time frame, we are still bullish. We are in a pullback phase of a bullish trend, which would be the pullback off of this fib level. Let me just fib retracement. Price just made a new high, so we're now in between this previous high and this low on this 4 hour time frame. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, we are bearish though. Reason being, we have equal highs here, a higher low. This is where the 1 hour give us a shift in structure. We have a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. If price can break back above this level of resistance here, then we could potentially have some buys as this 1 hour shift structure. And then we could have our first target being these previous highs here. And then we can have a bigger target, go to the 4 hour time frame, at these projections all the way up here. But first, I need to see the 1 hour shift bullish. If the 1 hour was already bullish, I'll be open to taking buys off of this level, right? But because the 1 hour was not, didn't already shift bullish, don't really want to take that. I want to take turn to 1 hour. So really just buys above here. If we don't get these buys or prices completely rips through this level of support, this level of resistance, we can have some potential buys here. So either one of those work out. I like that a little more than I like GJ. Do I really? Yes. And then we're going to try to find one more pair. So I don't want to look at EJ because I just did GJ, so we don't really want to look at that. We're going to look at XAUUSD. This was the trade I did from yesterday, a break and retest of this area. So now that price is actually at this area, we're going to redo the chart and start all over and actually look for a potential entry. Daily time frame on XAUUSD, overall bullish. We're bullish in a daily retracement phase. We're in between this high and this low. Go to the 4 hour time frame. Looking on the 4 hour time frame, we are indeed bearish. We just took out this lower high here. We have a lower low and a new lower high sitting right over here. Our daily 4 hour time frame is indeed bearish. As long as we maintain below these lower high and this lower low down over here. Go to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, we are indeed bullish. Reason being is we have a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low. This is a shifting structure to go bullish, but we have a higher low here that could get taken out for this 1 hour to shift bearish. But we are also reacting off of this level of support previous support here. So that's what I think here, kind of in a range. I don't want to I don't want to have to just sell up here, being though we are still bullish. We just made a new high, so I need this higher low to get taken out first to actually take a sell. As far as taking buys, I don't want to buy into the 4-hour shift bullish, and that doesn't happen until price rebreaks its high all the way up here. So that does not going to happen no time soon. You're just going to have this as a trade idea for today. I like this as well. Let's look at NZD. Let's look at AUDUSD. Nope, still trash. GBPJPY. Let's check you out here. Let's clear the chart. Start all over. Daily time frame. Overall bearish. We have a left shoulder, a hit, a right shoulder, a break of this neckline, and a pullback retest. Overall bearish. We are in between this low, this high, and this low. Go to the 4-hour time frame. See this 4-hour structure. 4-hour is now going bullish, I want to say. Now it's going bullish. We have a lower low, lower high, a lower low, a shifting structure here to go bullish. So our 4-hour is bullish. I don't want to sell until our 4-hour goes bearish. That doesn't happen until we take out these lows here. Looking at our 1-hour time frame, 1 hour is indeed bullish. So we can have some counter trend trades off of this fib level, so off of this break and retest here. What did I say our daily was? So our daily I said was bearish. Our 4-hour I said was bullish. Yeah, 1 hour I said was bullish. So 4-hour and a 1 hour I said was bullish. Yeah, so we could take some buys at this level here. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame to see this retest. So we can have some potential entries right over here. As this lower low, lower high, lower low. This push down, took out this higher low here. We're technically bearish on a 5-minute time frame. Has some potential buys above this area. And I like this trade idea. But do I like it more than GJ? Yes. I like it more than UJ? Yes. So we're going to use GA and GBPCHF as my number 1 and number 2 pairs. Another thing I like about this idea is that this 1-hour candlestick has no top wick. So my entry could be as this 1-hour candlestick flips bullish and making a new high on this 1-hour time frame. Stop loss below this current 1-hour low. And I could look for my first target to take some partials off at this previous high here, and look to target these highs all the way up here, and eventually at some point in time, if this turns into a hold it over weekend kind of trade, look to target these highs up here. That's what I think about all the pairs that I just did a breakdown on. I actually like the GBP position more than I like the GBP AUD position. So we're gonna make this my new number 1 and GA my number 2. USD JPY my number 3, and GJ my number 4. That was a lot. I just covered pretty fast. What's good, my brother? I'm new here. What's good, Annis? Welcome to the stream, man. How'd you find me? How did you find me, my boy? Or girl? Just on the YouTube main page? Oh shit, that's what's up. Welcome to the stream. Um, Tell me a little bit about yourself. What you trade? What financial market? What do you trade? Like support and resistance? Do you trade supply and demand? Do you trade ICT? Do you trade fair value gaps? Are you a scalper? Intraday? How long you been trading? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Thank me what I do. Why you thinking me for, gang? I see you just joined the Discord too. Welcome to the community. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. I'm currently getting my Discord revamped a little bit, so it's going to be some changes coming in the near future to make it look a little more professional, a little more vibrant, you know, things of that nature. But welcome into the Discord. I have to record this YouTube video though, so I'm going to record it right now. About to watch me record a video while I'm taking a trade at the same time. I'll trade at the same time. So let's get right into the YouTube video. What's good, Tay? Look at the 5-minute time frame. I gotta record this YouTube video. Give me 1 second. Let's switch to live screen. Go like so. Position like this. Hit record. All right, give me 1 second. What's going on, YouTube? As you can tell from the title, this is part 2 of our me versus ChatGPT. Who's the better trader? As you see from the first video, when me and ChatGPT both took them gold sales, we both end up hitting our second target. ChatGPT is definitely running more profit than I am. I closed full my position at TP2. ChatGPT was holding a runner to about 300 area on gold, but that's that. Now we are in our second trade of the competition being who's the better trader than me or ChatGPT. So let's get into my trade breakdown first before we get into ChatGPT's. Okay. So the next trade is going to be on GBPJPY. Looking at the daily time frame, we're overall bearish. As you can see, we are printing lower lows and lower highs. Price push took out these higher lows here where we had a bearish structure shift. So we just had a daily retracement overall, daily bullish retracement on an overall bearish market. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we are bullish, right? The reason being, we have a higher high, a higher low, a new higher high. We have a push down that took out this higher low where the 4-hour time frame went bearish. After price made this new lower low here, you see we made a new lower high and some equal lows, creating this kind of consolidation phase. Now we had a breakout of this 4-hour consolidation with a pullback retest into this previous high area. So our 4-hour time frame is bullish. Our daily time frame is bearish. My 1-hour time frame is bullish as well. Looking at this 1-hour time frame here, as you can see, we are making clear higher highs and higher lows as we come out to take out this 1, 2, 3 highs here. Have a higher high, a higher low. This was the start of the initial push that created that higher high here. So I decided to draw my fib tool from the lowest point to the highest point at that overall aggressive move to measure the pullback to get a break and retest feel. trading off of this fib level retracement. So this is the area that I ideally want to look to take buys at. I don't want to look to take buys just yet. In order for me to take a buy as price is rejecting this fib, I need our 5-minute to have a market structure shift. So looking at the bearish push on this 5-minute time frame, as you can see, we have a lower low, a lower high, a new lower low, a lower high, and a new lower low. So as price start to come up and take out these lower highs here is where I'll look to take buy my actual buy entry. I'm really focused on this lower high rather than this one because I feel like this one is a little bit too tight, a little bit too aggressive. I'm more on the conservative side. So I really want to take the buy above this high here, right? Taking the buy above this high here, I could have my stop loss below my remote position low, 13 pips. Y'all know me by now. I don't do 13 pip stop losses. I round my stop loss up to the nearest 5 or 0. Instead of 13, I would just round it up to 15 and have a 15 pip stop loss. Then I can look to target my next level of resistance in this case and look to maybe manage some risk at we come to approach these highs here and have a further target for even more profit at our next level of resistance, which will be all the way up here. So this is my trade idea as far as my buy idea. Now let's get into what ChatGPT thinks about the 5-minute chart on GBPJPY. Been trading for 1.5 years, currently at a break-even stage. I trade support and resistance. How about you? I trade support and resistance as well. Strictly support and resistance. And I've been trading for about 4 years, going on 5 years real soon. Coming into the end of this year, I'll be going on 5 years. Give me 1 second while I pull this up. For the second part of the video. So as you can see, I went into ChatGPT and I said, can you give me a technical analysis on GBPJPY with this chart here? I sent ChatGPT a complete blank chart. No indicators, none of my drawings, nothing. Just complete chart on a 5-minute time frame. This was what ChatGPT said about the chart. We have higher highs and higher lows from Asian session for uptrend shift and structure after 12:45. Price fails to break a new highs, starts printing lower highs, etc., etc., etc. That's about market structure. ChatGPT also said we have resistance at 1.10250 area. Price rejected here multiple times between 0.30 between 12:30 and 1:30. This is the resistance area. This is the support area. Candlestick behavior. Recent candles at 1:30 to 2:55 show strong bearish pressure. Long body bearish candles, weak bullish responses, potential bearish engulfing patterns forming in the latest price action, right? So ideally, ChatGPT is looking for sells. It says bearish continuation. If price breaks and closes below 1.1 flat, could target 1.9880 zone next. Look for a bearish retest around 1.10100, 1.10150 to rejoin the trend. Bullish reversal is less likely. So basically, ChatGPT saying my buys is less likely, and they really more on the sell side. Needs a break above 1.10200 with a strong volume plus bullish structure. Watch for a higher low confirmation to shift bias. So as this I like it a pain with the bullish reversal because it says here wait for higher low confirmation to shift bias. That's already how I trade in the first place. After a break and retest for a higher time frame direction, I wait for that higher low to shift bias on that 5-minute chart, which is the chart I actually sent for me to take my bullish bias. So that comment here supports my trade idea, but overall ChatGPT is saying looking for bearish confirmation. To sell bias or retest of 1.10100, stop loss above 1.10250, TP around 1.09900. So stop loss, so sells below this 1.100 area. So if we can get a 5-minute candle closure below here, this is the trade that ChatGPT wants to take with stop loss at 1.10250. So stop loss at 1.10250 for a stop loss. So that stop loss is roughly my target, well, my first profit target, well, my partial out area. And ChatGPT would like to take a target TP around 1.09900. Why didn't mean do that? Wants to target 0.09900 flat. So see, this is where I cook ChatGPT because this is a terrible risk to reward potential trade, right? Looking for a 25 pip stop loss with a 9 pip target. I'm going to eat ChatGPT up when it comes, if ChatGPT is going to keep taking trades like this with negative risk to reward in the long run. It also sets the target to 9,880. So we're going to use the 9,880 target. Why do I keep doing that? We're going to use the 9,880 target instead of this one. So we're going to mark this off as a potential target for ChatGPT as well. And then 9,880. And that's the second target. So this is the trade ChatGPT has in mind, right? ChatGPT wants to take negative risk reward. I'm going to cook ChatGPT all motherfucking day in the long run. But this is ChatGPT's target. And then, as you know, my idea is buys above this area. Take parcels here and then have a further target with this level of resistance and this level of resistance over here. This is part 1 of the video. I'm gonna catch y'all to see who get triggered, me or ChatGPT, and the results. It's your boy Traderholic, and I'll catch y'all in the second part. Peace. Okay, we can start recording. How about you, prop trader, or you own your own capital? I trade both prop capital and my own personal capital as well. Let's annotate not in this position. ChatGPT position for a YouTube video. Just to head it up on the screen. That way people don't think I'm actually in this position if somebody is just joining in. And we're gonna see if ChatGPT cook or not. What did ChatGPT say though? I think it said 5-minute closure below. So sell buys on retest of sell loss above. So on a retest, they didn't say wait for closure. It said sell buys on a retest. So I'm gonna consider this ChatGPT getting triggered because we are breaking below 1.10100. And as far as me, I want to take buys above here. If my buys will be above here. If price doesn't push above there, I know I just don't get my buys, which is okay. And let's look at other potential positions. Actually, I gotta make another part to the video already. Okay, as you can see, ChatGPT position just got triggered with this sell below this 1.100 area flat. ChatGPT is coming into some profit, but only thing I don't like about this trade for ChatGPT that this risk reward is complete shit. Like the trade idea could play out, but this risk reward is complete dookie. ChatGPT in some profit right now, right? I didn't get a trade just yet because I'm waiting for confirmation above this previous higher low. I mean lower high in this case for my buy entry, but ChatGPT is in some deep profit where it has its overall target being at this low here. Aaron said AI wants us to get cooked. No, AI do want us to get cooked. I'm not taking this trade though. I'm not taking ChatGPT trade. I'll take my own trades, bro. This is just for like a YouTube series. But hold on, AI cooking right now. Let's go to my main screen. How I like it to be. It should be like this. Okay, boom, boom, boom. The trade I did this. Its risk ratio is wrong. Worrying. Nah, it is. But the thing about risk reward ratio, having a negative risk reward ratio gives you a higher chance of overall winning more often. So people that trade negative risk reward have higher win percentages, ideally, because they get out trades a lot faster. But the problem with that is the negative risk reward ratio, your losses outweigh your wins with this kind of approach. But noticing with the series that I'm doing, like this YouTube series I'm doing with ChatGPT, they don't always have negative risk rewards. Like the trade yesterday, that ChatGPT call was a fucking absolute banger. I'm gonna drop that video on Monday for like the part 1 me versus ChatGPT for gold, because we both took gold sales. I took gold sales right here or something like this. ChatGPT called gold sales up here. Or that was wrong. I took gold sales right here. ChatGPT took gold sales at 7.4. So ChatGPT gold sales was up here. They got better entry than me, and ChatGPT had a target all the way down here at 3.30, which was its final target all the way down here. So ChatGPT position looked something like this. It was at 7.4. It had a stop loss above 2.386. I think the stop loss was above 8.6. Flat. So this was ChatGPT stop loss, and then it had a target at 4.5 for its second target being in here. So 1 to 2.5 risk reward. So ChatGPT second target just got hit. Then it had an overall full stretch target for like a swing position at 3.30. And that's right here. So this position, ChatGPT absolutely cooked. My position was more so on this 5-minute chart. As price took out this higher low here. Not here. It was back here. So mine was as price took out this higher low here. I stop loss above this high. Then I look to target this low for 1 to 2 risk reward. So this is my trade from yesterday against ChatGPT. And I end up getting out here as my wick got entry. But for this trade, we both was in the same direction. I got a 1 to 2 risk reward, but ChatGPT got a better entry with better pip count and more of a 1 to 2.5 risk reward. So noticing ChatGPT is not always negative risk rewards when the way ChatGPT trades. ChatGPT also called a position on NQ. Okay, now that you said it, I could see that. I could see the benefits. Yeah, I'm not doing it to me actually take ChatGPT trades. I'm only doing it to as a YouTube series for entertainment purposes, proving that I'm a better trader than ChatGPT. Because ideally, I am a better trader than ChatGPT. Man, fuck ChatGPT. But ChatGPT also called this trade on NQ to the T with this break and retest. When I sent the chart to ChatGPT, it was like around here. It said wait for a pullback into 21780 area with this stop loss and this target. So ChatGPT also called a 1 to 7 risk reward trade on NQ. It also called a 1 to 7 risk reward trade on NAS 102 yesterday. But this ChatGPT entry this time got missed by 5 points. So ChatGPT basically said sell as price retest 21570 area. Price was down here when I sent the chart. It pulled back into 21565 area. Didn't quite get to 2.570. So ChatGPT would have never got an entry. But if it was just 5 points off for aggressive drop for 1 to 7 risk reward. So it doesn't always call a negative risk reward trade. I noticed that. This is the first negative risk reward trade that it actually called. I'm having fun with this YouTube series as well, as far as making it and being excited for like the end result on who end up being better, me or ChatGPT. My pride telling me that I'm better than ChatGPT, but at the end of the day, ChatGPT is a robot. And sometimes we going to be in ChatGPT are going to be on the same direction of the market. Other times we're going to be opposite. Like now, I'm looking for buys. ChatGPT was looking at sells, but my buys never got triggered, so I essentially avoid a loss as price keeps dropping, and ChatGPT is accumulating a W right now. Brother, if you need any help setting up Discord, just tell me. I have a little experience and can show you some servers I haven't done before. Yes, send me the link. I'll take a look. Send me the link inside. Well, DM direct message me on Discord the link. I'll join to give it a look. Even though ChatGPT right now is calling this winning setup because it just got its first target hit. I wouldn't post this for the part 2 video because I didn't take a trade. In order for me to post part 2, I got to be a trade that I take on the same pair. So if I don't get my buy, then I can't post this as ChatGPT's sell because I don't got an opposing trade or another trade to balance it out on a me versus ChatGPT aspect. So if I don't get a buy, then I can't post this idea, and I have to do it again with another pair on something that I actually get triggered on. So I was looking at the two trades I was looking at for today was buys here on GBPCHF, and I was looking at sells here on GBPAUD. As far as USD JPY, I'm looking at buys here, and as far as GBPJPY, I'm looking at buys here, which is this field level is failing to hold. When a level fails to hold, I don't get an entry, avoiding a potential loss. As in here, like this level is failing to hold, I avoided a potential loss for taking these buys. That's why it's important to actually focus on the structure and wait for confirmation that your level is actually holding. If I would have just bought as price came down to this retest, I would have took a loss. Versus same thing here with GJ. If I would have took a buy here as prices tapped into the zone without waiting for confirmation, again I would have took another loss. So having that discipline to where I specifically wait for confirmations as price retest my areas helps me avoid situations like this where I could potentially lose this trade. What's good, Chris? Good morning, good morning. I'm hungry as hell. I'm not gonna lie. How do you improve at price action replay on TV? Perfect. You asked that. I have a video. I just recorded a video today dropping price action gems. Should I give you a sneak peek of it right now? Well, I just recorded a video. I'm going to post it on Wednesday. That's Wednesday's video. So Monday's video is going to be ChatGPT. Wednesday's video is going to be improving, getting better at identifying price action. Should I do a sneak peek right now? Let me know in the chat if I should do a sneak peek right now. Hey, Chef, was you here yesterday? Why does that name look familiar, low-key? Yeah, let's get it. You want a sneak peek right now? All right, I'll give you a sneak peek. Wait, before I give you a sneak peek, like the stream first, bro. Let's see how many likes this stream got right now, bro. All right, I'll sneak peek at 5 likes, but 5 people watching, sneak peek at 5 likes. We got some new subs, bro. We just gained 3 subs already. If you're new to this YouTube, bro, hit that subscribe button in the chat, man. We just hit 800 subs yesterday, and we already at 803. But we got 5 people in the chat, 5 likes, sneak peek for Wednesday's video. I'll do it right now. Well, I haven't edited the video yet. I recorded it. I haven't edited it yet. I'm gonna do that after the live stream. It's hard to make videos, record videos, edit videos, and live trade all at the same time, my nigga. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But that's Wednesday's video, so I'm not in a rush to edit that. So yeah. But I will give you a sneak peek based off of me showing you what I already like the files and stuff. Or yeah, 5 likes. I'll do it right now. Let's go. Let's switch to this screen. Make sure display capture is active. Can you see these files? Okay, you can see these files. Downloads. So, hold on. Let me record this portion of the video. Wait, not yet. Not yet. So, market price action. Understanding price action is broken down into 3 different components, right? The first component is understanding that candlesticks tell a story. That's this here. Let me make sure you can see it. Okay, understand the story behind candlesticks. That's the first part of price action that you need to understand, right? And every single candlestick you see on the chart, each candlestick has a open price, a close price, a low, and a high, right? And in other words, you have it's important to understand that wicks or the lows and the highs are rejections of the candlestick, and the closure is just the confirmation that's confirming something is getting rejected or getting broken through. So, in any case, you have a level of support and price closes above support. Below support, that lets you know that support is now being broken and turning into potential resistance, and vice versa. So, if you have a candlestick that closed above resistance, that lets you know that price is turning from resistance to support. But it's important to note that to highlight these key points and understanding the story behind candlesticks, that you have confirmations and rejections. And then when you see stuff like big wicks or big rejections, big wicks lets you know there's big rejections. Small bodies lets you know that it's weak momentum. So note that too. Small bodies equals weak momentum. Big wicks means strong rejections. So that's the first part. It's understanding the story behind candlesticks. The second part, ChatGPT is fucking cooking. The second part will be understanding higher highs and higher lows of overall market structure. This is what market structure looks like. In a bullish trend, you have a higher highs and higher lows, or what we call an uptrend. In bearish markets, you have what we call lower lows and lower highs, or what we call a downtrend. And in ranging markets or consolidation or sideways action is what we just call consolidation, right? In the bullish trend, you have price action consists of higher highs and higher lows. Basically, you have a starting point in price, aggressive push in one direction, in this case up, which means bullish. So you have price making a new high. A high will be, the high is done once you have a turning point in price. So ideally will be a level of resistance or something like that to let you know price is turning around, going back down, right? Once you see that this bearish or this sell-off is starting to happen, right? This lets you know we're overall bullish, but we are in a bear. Let me slow down. We're overall bullish, right? But inside that bullish structure, we having a short-term bearish retracement. It lets you know that, okay, buys are starting to slow down. Hopefully we can regain buy momentum to continue to make a new high, right? Buyers regain control here and price makes a new high. Just letting you know that this new pivot point in price is significantly higher than the previous one that you had here. And then again, we have another sell-off, letting you know that the buyers are starting to die down, where sellers starting to take over a little bit, but no, sellers can't hold off. Buyers are regaining control once again to push price even higher. That's what formed this bullish trend, and vice versa for bearish market, where we have lower lows and lower highs. Just letting you know that price makes a low, sellers start to slow down, meaning buyers are starting to get in, but buyers can't hold up. Sellers regain control, with overall making it a new low. Let you know that the new low that's created is lower than the previous low that was just formed. And again, a lower high and a new lower low. That gives this whole downtrend effect. And then we have sideways action, where we have equal highs and equal lows forming this sideways price action, right? So I'm gonna do a quick recap. You need to understand the stories behind candlesticks, or understanding that closures are confirmations, wicks are rejections. You also need to understand higher highs and higher lows and trend sentiment, right? After you master trends, being able to identify trend sentiment and sideways price action, then we get into our third and final key when it comes to understanding price action is support and resistance. This is the third and final thing that you need. Check DMs when you can. I got you. Support and resistance. So support and resistance is just an idea that price action follows it. Price action repeats itself. So areas that have potential rejections are probably going to get rejected again before a breakout. And that's the theory behind it. Support levels act as floors to price action, right? At support areas, you want to be looking for potential buy opportunities. So as you can see with this diagram here, we have an overall ranging market. There's a support level, meaning a level under price that price struggled to break through. So if current price is here, this is under current price, and this is areas that price struggled to break through. As you see, price came down to this area, had a bullish reaction. Price came to this area, had a bullish reaction. Price came to this area, have a bullish reaction. So we anticipate if price come into this area again, we may have some time of bullish reaction just because price came down here 3 other times and struggled to go lower. Then same thing, resistance. Price came up here, had a bearish reaction. Price came up here again, equal to the previous one. It had another bearish reaction, meaning price is struggling to break through this area as a resistance, right? Once it's important to note that support will not always be support. The resistance will not always be resistance. Support turns into resistance, and resistance turns into support. It's key to note that. Reason being is that once price eventually breaks above resistance, as you can see here, this is not our resistance now. Now price is looking to make a new level of resistance. Now you will look at that by looking at the price action to the left side to see where price previously rejected as resistance, to use that to dictate what could potentially happen in the future, right? If price repeats itself, you look left to get right. That's what I like to say. As you can see, price break above resistance, and price is never going to go up forever. Again, price moves in waves where we have this uptrend formation where we have higher highs and higher lows. It's never just going to go straight up forever. These resistance areas act as magnets of support. So as you can see, price broke above resistance, this previous resistance here, and came back down to retest it as support, meaning price came back down. Remember, when I say if price is above resistance, it likes to come back down to that previous resistance and see if that level can hold as support. So this would be the support level here. And again, price pushed up and found a new level of resistance and started to sell off. Price came back into that previous support level again, had aggressive buyers, and then another pullback. And after touching resistance, aggressive buyers, another pullback. And then eventually that resistance gets broken as well, showing you that now we're breaking above a new resistance as well. This resistance could now potentially turn into more support as price come back to retest this area. Given that break and retest effect, given that bullish trend effect where we have a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, potential higher low, showing that overall bullish sentiment. So as a recap once again, you need to understand candlesticks tells the story. Understand that wicks are rejections and closes are confirmations. Once you understand that, again, move on to see how those candlesticks form together as a whole and not just each individual candlestick, and identify trend sentiment, whether it's bullish, whether you're in a bullish market or a bearish market, and vice versa, or whether you're just in a consolidating ranging market. Once you understand how to determine that, you want to go into seeing where areas that price could potentially pivot at as areas of support or resistance that supports the directional bias overall being in a bullish or bearish sentiment. And once you master all those 3 things, you can honestly say that you've mastered price action and understanding what price action is. But that's just the start. That's not getting into entries, exits, and things of that nature. Stop loss placement, risk management. Now that's a whole different ballgame. But just understand these 3 components. Candlesticks tell a story. Understand how to identify directional bias with trends, and understand potential levels of support and resistance. That itself is understanding price action. Hopefully that made sense. More detailed explanation will be in the YouTube video that will be coming on Wednesday. Or should I do this YouTube video for Monday and then do the me versus ChatGPT on Wednesday? Should I flip them? Do you want this video first, or do you want me versus ChatGPT first? Let me know what y'all want first, man. I'll do whatever y'all want first. But I'm posting both of them anyways. One of them going to be on Wednesdays and one of them going to be on Monday. My new weekly schedule for uploading videos to be more consistent as far as posting content will be 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And each not Monday. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. and each day is going to be a different style of content. So each day is going to be different style of content. Like Monday, I'm going to do a pre-weekly analysis, breaking down all of the pairs that I trade and what I'm going to be expecting. What I'm going to be expecting coming that Monday. That's going to be the Monday video. I had it backwards. So Monday's going to be a pre-market analysis for a week analysis on what I come to expect throughout the week. Wednesday's video is going to be, so Anna said do GPT. So Wednesday video is going to be the me versus ChatGPT. Friday's video is going to be price action. Or I could just do the Friday's video today, because today is Friday. So actually I could just start this right now and just do the Friday video today. I already recorded it. I just got to edit it and post it. So I could post that today, actually. And then rinse and repeat. Monday is going to be another weekly analysis video. Wednesday is going to be another me versus ChatGPT episode. Friday is going to be going in more detail of price action and not only just showing you diagrams, but showing you real chart analysis. Then again, Monday going to be weekly analysis. Wednesday going to be me versus ChatGPT. Friday is going to be entries and exits, stop loss and targets. Like it's going to progressively get more advanced and advanced and advanced and advanced. Then eventually I want to make a playlist, 3 different playlists of all those things. So a playlist of just weekly analysis from now until whenever. A playlist of me versus ChatGPT to when I finish the series. And then Friday is going to be a series of understanding everything when it comes to price action, to entries, to exits, to targets, to risk management, to psychology. And it's going to be a whole playlist just for that. But I'm going to do it weekly basis like that. Let me know if y'all think that's a good idea, bro. And if that's something y'all be interested in watching. In the meantime, I got to record the second part to this GPT video. And we are back. As you can see, ChatGPT profit target ended up getting hit. Still, I don't recommend taking no trade like this. This is negative risk reward. Me personally, I was looking at buy side. This 1 hour candle aggressively pushed down. Still, this 1 hour candle still has no top wick. So this lets me know that this 1 hour candle does have still potential to flip bullish. If it doesn't, so be it. Or if the next 1 hour candlestick pushes up and break the previous 1 hour candlestick body, that will potentially give me a trade idea. But actually, I won't take this buy either anyway, because this pullback was just too steep for me. But ChatGPT did end up catching the win here. I got no trade on this specific pair, and we're gonna look at something different. It's your boy Traderholic, and I'm out. Peace. I just had to record that just in case type deal, but I'm probably not gonna even post this trade as of ChatGPT. Anyway, just for the simple fact that I don't got an opposing trade. So let's clean this up a little bit, get all them black lines off my screen, and let's get back into my overall setup. I still want to take buys low key. The 5-minute time frame just has no structure, right? Whenever I have a break and retest, if the 5-minute has no structure, then I don't get a trade. If the pullback is too aggressive on the retest, that 9 out of 10 is going to be a fake out, and that's how you avoid taking losing trades off a break and retest. You got to notice the volume on that pullback. If the volume is too aggressive and it's too steep, 9 times out of 10, that level is not going to hold. I was looking at this level to hold. Again, this pullback was too aggressive, too steep. This level looks like it's not holding. So I avoid a loss here. My next potential trade idea. Let's look at GA again. How long have you been doing that ChatGPT thing? I actually started it yesterday. Literally. My first video I recorded was yesterday with the gold trade. GA bearish from the daily. 4 hour is bearish as well. 1 hour is bullish. So I don't want to buy. Buying up here will be counter trend. Right? This will be a risky setup. I don't want to buy here. That's definitely counter trend. But it could play out. Not something I'm open to taking. Well, actually, I could take it because I'm already up significantly on the week. Monday, Tuesday, I had phenomenal trading days. Both of those days secured about 3% in Monday and Tuesday. In those trades. Wednesday, I pretty much break even. Oh, actually, I lied. Wednesday, I didn't break even. I took 1 loss and 1 win, but that my 1 win significantly outweighed my loss. So ended up having a not phenomenal, but a pretty profitable day on Wednesday. Thursday was today, or yesterday. I took a gold win on 1 to 2 risk reward. So I'm significantly up on a week. I'm feeling a little bit risky. All right. So I'm open to taking candle trades, being though that it's a Friday. We can end the week off on a weekly retracement. So the weekly candlestick is still open. It closes in the next 14 hours, means though this last weekly candle, this last daily candle and this weekly overall candle. This weekly candlestick open up aggressive drop with no bullish top wick. So I'm anticipating that we could have some potential buys here just to push up to potentially flip this weekly candle. If it doesn't flip this weekly candle, it could close week bearish. But being so we already dropped aggressively for the first 4 days of the weekly candles, let me know that we may have some bullish pullbacks. So this counter trend trade could play out as far as the potential buy. So I will be open to taking this, but with scaled down risk, just to risk some of the profits that I'm already up, being though I've had 4 profitable trading days all week. And yeah, so just risk some of my profit, just scale down risk, knowing that it's risky. And it's important to notice when you're taking a risky trade versus when you're taking a counter trend trade, and only do that when the situation presents itself. Also, don't open the week taking counter trend trades. Like, to me personally, if this was a Monday or Tuesday, this is my first trade of the week, or my second or third trade of the week, maybe, I wouldn't be open to taking counter trend trade. Like, I would not even look at these buys for a second. But because I'm up a little bit, I'm up a significant amount, being though I have 4 profitable trading days in a row, I'm more open to taking something counter trend just to risk some of our profit that I've already made. Worst case scenario, I lose this trade. I still in the week in the green, just a small loss. Best case scenario, I get more profit in this a win-win situation. Right? I'm still in the week in the green no matter what. Whether I lose this risky trade or if I win this risky trade. Either way, so I'm open to taking these buys. So I'm not looking at this anymore, so we could take this off my number 1, make GA my now number 1. USD JPY. 4 hour is bullish, daily is bullish, 1 hour is bearish. We are in the retracement phase on a 4 hour time frame, but we already at that fib level. Sales is counter trend to the 4 hour, to the 1 hour as well. I'd rather just wait for this to happen. I don't really want to take counter trend sales on the 1 hour. Actually, we have a level of support here. We have resistance, support, fake out for price to break back within inside the range. We might have some sales here. That is a big counter trend. And then we look to fill in the rest of this range or this next level of support sitting right over here. Where, however, I said when I was explaining support and resistance, when I said resistance doesn't always hold as resistance and it eventually turns into support. As you can see, this is resistance here. Price failed to break this high 1, 2 times. Eventually, price did break and close below. This is where you could combine candlesticks telling the story with support resistance. The story of this candlestick here is we have a strong rejection candle, meaning a big wick. A follow-up candle after that had a strong closure candle above overall the level of resistance, meaning we have strong buyers coming in because we are overall breaking out of the previous level of resistance. Like I said, resistance doesn't always stay resistance. It acts as support as well. So eventually price did come down to retest this level of resistance here to see if price would hold, and this resistance did hold. We have another rejection wick to the downside with a weak bullish close. Let me know this is some indecision with this candlestick here. Right after this indecision, we have a bullish engulfing. Let me know that the decision is made with a bullish engulfing, that we are going bullish off of this rejection here. And that's what caused this price action push to go bullish here. So this is a real example of how I just combine all 3 of those things. Understanding candlesticks tells the story. Understand my overall direction, my overall market sentiment, meaning we were creating higher highs and higher lows. Understanding that price is also at a level of support, and rinse and repeat once again. Go right back to understanding the price. Understand that candlesticks tells the story. The story of these candlesticks sitting right over here, which means a strong wick rejection, a weak bullish close, strong bullish engulfing. Let me know that the buyers are regaining control at this indecision level, and then the buys start to take off. That's exactly how that played out. But now again we have support. This support eventually got broken below with a strong bearish candle close. Let me know that the direction is now bearish below this level of support. Support doesn't always stay support. It acts as resistance as well. Price eventually pulled back into the support level to see if it's going to hold as resistance. As you can see, price is coming back down within this area. This will be like a 5-minute time frame. Entry As you can see, my 5 minute has higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, meaning we are now going bearish as price comes down, closing below these lows here. Now we have a 5 minute bearish field play, rejecting off this 0.50. I can take some potential sales here, stop loss above these previous 1 hour highs, and then I can look to target these lows here. Boom. Easy to do on risk reward. I'm actually going to take this setup. So this is my trade on the day. Let me actually take that setup real quick. Again, this trade will be taken with minimum risk. I don't do 12 pip stop losses. I'll round up into my stop losses with a 5 or 0. So we're going to round up from 12 to 15 and use this as a stop loss instead. Copy this stop loss. Enter this trade manually on USD JPY. Scale down risk. So I'm not going to use my normal risk here, being though this is knowing that this is a counter trend trade. And see how this trade plays out. My entry wasn't until 1.45382. 1.45382. So I got a better entry than it was before. Again, we're gonna round up to 15 pip stop loss. And we can just manually adjust this. Copy, paste, Control V, modify. Boom. All right, let me get back to the YouTube chat. I'm gonna go boss right now. Hey, Katie, you trying to hop on the Discord, bro? Trading is fun for LOL. Nah, trading is not fun. Trading is boring, bro. Trading is fun when you got people to trade with. When you're trading by yourself, it's completely not fun. Like when I'm not live trading and I'm trading on my own, I would just take a trade and I'll be playing Fortnite or some shit. Like I'm not sitting here watching my chart all day. Like if this was me by myself right now and I wasn't live trading, I would have just minimized this tab and I would have clicked right here on Fortnite. Fast as fuck. Trading is 100% not fun. If you're having fun trading, you either too excited or doing something wrong. Only thing that makes trading fun is like live trading or trading with other people or even making content regarding trading. That will make it fun. That's what will make it fun for me. How long have you been doing this ChatGPT thing? I've been doing ChatGPT for about 2 days now. I started it yesterday. Oh, okay. Interesting to see how it goes. Okay, all right. Do you only trade London? So I'm intraday. I'm not necessarily a scalper. I take intraday trades. So I roughly hold my trade from 1 hour to 4 hours, all the way up to 8 hours, depending. Very situational. Just to get my full targets, things of that nature, and I hold runners. So I'm necessarily scout. Being though I've traded with the higher time frames, just use the low time frame for entries. I trade any session. As far as live trading, I only live trade during the London session. But as far as trading in general, I trade every session. But I don't take trades during every session. I'm open to trading every session. So, hypothetically speaking, say I'm waiting for a session during London. Let me slow down. I'm talking too fast. Hypothetically speaking, say I'm waiting for a trade during London session. If price never gives me an entry and I don't end up taking anything, then I just don't trade that session, and then I will be open to taking a trade during New York session. But if I do trade London session and I take a win, I don't have to trade New York session because I'm already up on the day and I want to prioritize my profits to the best of my ability. Well, hold on to my profits to the best of my ability. So I don't want to take on unnecessary risk knowing that I'm already green on the day with trading during London session. But if I don't trade London session, then I will trade New York. If I lose during the London session, then I will take a recovery trade during New York. So if I lose this trade and I'm like, okay, I see another potential setup that's setting up for the New York session, I would just take that session during New York to recover my previous session loss and recoup some profits. Worst case scenario, I lose that trade. I'm down 2% on the day with just 2 trades. Then after that, I won't trade again. 1 to 2 trades a day. If I don't trade, if I have the same idea from London session that just price is just consolidating, never gives me an entry, and doesn't give me an entry during the London session or the New York session, it's still ranging, and the entry doesn't come until Asian, then I'm open to taking the Asian session trade just because I didn't trade all day yet, and this is my one trade of the day kind of deal. So I trade every session, ideally, if opportunity only if I don't get London or New York session trades, then I'll be open to taking Asian, so on and so forth. But I only live trade during London session. But if I don't get a trade during London session, like if I'm sitting here for a live trade in this whole time and I don't get a trade, I'll probably just end stream and just trade New York session off stream. Trading is fun for real, LOL. Yeah, it's fun when you have some other traders to agree with your analysis. It's even fun when they don't agree with your analysis, because then it's like for me, I'm a competitive person. I like being on the opposite side of everybody else based off of being my pride, just because I want to have that right or wrong effect and a winner or loser, being as though I'm competitive. I played sports growing up. I played basketball in high school. I play video games all motherfucking day now. So is everything has to just be a video game for me to actually enjoy it or to make it fun for me or competitive. So ideally, I like going against everybody else. Like, that's just my personality, bro. So if everybody want to look for buys, I'm the nigga that say, nah, I want to sell, game. Just to get that combative effect of like somebody's right, somebody's wrong in the learning experience. But if I don't honestly see the sales, I won't actually say the sales. I won't take the sales either. I'm not gonna tell you I'm looking for sales when I do like the buys, but I like the little argumentative aspect of trading with other people, being so that y'all can have different opinions, trade different strategies, and still come up with the same or in different conclusions. Let me record this ChatGPT video once again. What's going on, YouTube? This is part 2 back to this ChatGPT series. Now I'm gonna get into my trade breakdown first, and then I'm going to show you ChatGPT's trade breakdown. So this is my trade breakdown up front. This trade is going. I'm actively in this trade already. We are in some USD JPY sales. Doing a market breakdown. My daily time frame is overall bullish. They have a higher high over here, a higher low down here. Now people might be looking like, okay, this higher low got taken out. Why are you looking for? Why are you saying the daily is bullish if price is overall all the way down here? No, this is still a bullish market because we haven't had candlesticks close below this low. Not only did we not get a daily candlestick close below this low on this time frame, we are just we had a aggressive drop and a slowdown in momentum. So understanding candlesticks and how chart patterns work, once price have an aggressive move in one direction and starts to slow down, 9 times out of 10, we're probably going to get a reversal after price slowing down after the selling momentum. Right? So my daily time frame is still bullish until we can have a daily close below this low. As you can see, no close below this low. So my daily time frame is still indeed bullish. A lot of mistakes traders may make is that say that this is bearish just because we see this aggressive drop. But no, this is just a bearish retracement of overall daily price action. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour now I would say is bullish. As you can see, we made a new high as price break above these highs here. Looking at the structure here, we have clear, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, new high. This is my most recent higher low on a daily, on a 4-hour time frame. So the 4-hour is technically still bullish as long as it remains above this higher low. And price is just in a retracement phase of an overall bullish market on a 4-hour time frame. So I'm just taking a counter trend trade to the 4-hour, anticipating that we could have a steeper retracement on this 4-hour time frame. So my 4-hour is bullish, my daily is bullish. My 1-hour is indeed bearish though. Reason being, again, we have higher highs and higher lows forming here with clear market structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal highs at a level of resistance. We had price break and close below my previous higher low. Let me know that the trend on the 1-hour time frame is shifting bearish. With this bearish shift, we have a break and retest of a major key level, and I'm anticipating price could continue down on this 1-hour time frame to eventually make a new low. If it doesn't make a new low and it just comes down to make equal lows, still putting me in deep profit, I will be looking to take some partials off as price retest this level of previous support. Worst case scenario, price doesn't come down here and price reverse and stops me out the trade. Overall, I end up losing the trade, which is a part of trading, right? You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. This is a risky trade. Understanding that this is a risky trade and counter trend to the 4-hour and a daily, I am open to take it just with lower risk. And the reason why I'm open, even though I preach take pro trend trades so much on my YouTube channel and on my lives. I preach pro trend, pro trend, pro trend. I personally take counter trend trades sometimes, but only if I'm up significantly on a week. If you was in my live, if you're watching this video and you're somebody that's in my live streams, you were in my live stream from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you know that I've been winning all week long, right? With massive 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk rewards, with holding massive runners. So, being though I'm up on a week, I'm risking some of my profits with the lower risk mindset, take with the lower risk approach, while being able to hold this full position. And just to capitalize to end my week even more in the green. Worst case scenario, if I lose this trade, I'm still in the week in the green. No harm, no foul. Best case scenario, I win this trade. I make even more money than I'm already up on a week, which is also, again, no harm, no foul. Another thing about this setup is you look at the weekly candle. This is the last daily push in a weekly candle. A weekly candle, I'm actually selling the top wick of a weekly candle. So if this weekly candle could leave a top wick, start to go back down, create a bullish close somewhere around here, leaving a steep top wick, then again, I am trading this weekly candle, anticipating that this weekly will make some kind of form of retracement before it end up closing. Being though I'm taking this trade on Friday. Overall, the trade idea is valid. I like the idea itself. Now we're going to show you ChatGPT's example. So let me just screenshot this chart, a 5-minute chart, because that's the time frame I enter on. I'm going to copy this chart, pull it up with ChatGPT once again. Can you give me a technical analysis on GBPJPY with this chart? There you go. We copy it, paste it, and enter. Absolutely. Here's a technical analysis to break down your USD JPY 5-minute chart from TradingView. All right, YouTube, this is what ChatGPT has to say about USD JPY. Initial trend, strong bearish momentum. So, consolidation accumulation, a breakout and shift around 130. Price finally breaks upward and creates a higher high, signaling a potential short-term trend to shift bullish. Rejection or correction from this time onward to the price. I'm skipping all that shit. So ideally, let me start all over. What's good, YouTube? This is ChatGPT interpretation of the chart that I sent. Here's the chart that I sent of a blank chart here on a 5-minute chart. And this is what ChatGPT thinks. ChatGPT thinks this is an overall initial trend and strong bearish momentum. They have a key support and resistance zones at 145.530 and previous session high, clear upper wick rejection zone, minor resistance from rejections before the drop at 2 a.m., which is at 145.430. Those are resistance levels. I don't want to read support levels because support levels is what support the buy side, but ChatGPT is initiating sales for bearish momentum. So I'm only going to go over the stuff that ChatGPT is talking about that supports its initial sell trend bias, which is resistance zones. Candlestick behavior. Recent bearish engulfing candle at 230 indicates a strong term rejection. Current candles at 347 show lower highs, weak bullish recovery, hinting a possible breakdown to the next support. Lack of strong bullish flow through suggestion. Buyers may exhaust, wait for confirmation. Bear setup. If price breaks below 145.250, wait for a retest of 1.45100, 1.45150. Confirm lower high. A clean sell opportunity. And so the sell setup, entry below entry below 145.250 after confirmed break and retest. Stop loss above 145,400. So we're gonna put that actually on the chart for ChatGPT's position. Just in my position, ChatGPT said entry 145,250. 145,2. Am I tripping? $145.250. Why do I put 250 and that should go all the way down there? Oh, ChatGPT entry is late as fuck. That's why. 145.250. The ChatGPT wants to sell down here. Has a stop loss above 145,400. 1.5400. And look to target 145,100 for a 1 to 2 risk reward potential. 145,100. Wait, what? That should say only say a 1 to 1. 250, 100, 400. Still below 1 to stop loss above 400. 100. That's not a 1 to 2 risk reward, ChatGPT. You're cooked. But we're gonna leave it up there for a 1 to 1 risk reward. And that's what ChatGPT said, based off of ChatGPT's position. And so this is my position. A little bit in profit. ChatGPT don't want to get in until it comes down here. This is ChatGPT stop loss, roughly my entry. And yeah, we're gonna see how this trade plays out. If ChatGPT wins this trade, it'll be a 1 to 1 risk reward. If I win this trade, it'll be a 1 to 1.85, almost a 1 to 2, with taking partials at this level of support down here. We're gonna see who wins, me or ChatGPT. Leave in the comment section y'all predictions. Who y'all think will win this trade idea, bro? Don't try to fast forward to the end of the video just to see who win. You know what I'm saying? Stop cheating, gang. Comment right down, pause the video. Who you think gonna win, me or ChatGPT, bro? Love that mindset. Hell yeah, bro. Being as though I'm a gamer, bro, I need everything to be competitive. That's how I have fun. Gamer and athlete, or former athlete. I still go to the gym from time to time, like once in a blue moon. So I still hoop, but it is what it is. And let me look at that DM. Can be the mod if you need one. And let's look at other stuff. So GA still playing around in this range. UJ is the position I'm actively in. GJ, massive bearish engulfing. Don't want to buy that now. Definitely don't want to buy it after a fucking massive bearish engulfing. GBPJPY, double this position. Not interested in that either. EURUSD. Okay, it's giving us a pullback that we like. That we anticipated. That's that. Gold. Katie said you had some gold buys. So you had some gold buys off his level of support. I like that buy just because it's a strong level of support here. We were acted as resistance here. Now we have new support. Anticipating that price can hold here as support as once again. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, you do have a big rejection wick on the 1 hour time frame. Not only that, you have an indecision candle, then a massive bullish engulfing, letting you know the buyers are regaining control after this indecision candle. So these buys definitely could play out. You can look to target, have a small target, depending on how big your stop loss is, or your entry at 33570, or a further target at this next level of resistance here, up here at 3370, and in between 3372 and 3376, somewhere up here. So I do like those buys for counter trend buys, anticipating that this level of support could hold and drive price higher. But them buys, it's important to note that those buys are definitely counter trend. It'll be pro trend to the daily, pro trend to the 4 hour, but counter trend to the current 1 hour time frame. So you're just buying while the 1 hour is still in bearish retracement phase. Looking at GU, I like the GU buys down here. Now that we price dropped into this area, this drop was too aggressive, so no buys just yet. In order for me to take these buys, I need this low to get rebroke and then price to take out this high first. So we can actually move this up into my watch list. So now that I took GBP out, we can move GBP in. We're gonna put USD JPY as my number one, because that's what I'm actively in. GU as my number two, because price is relatively close to that entry. All I just need to see now is a rebreak of this low and then a market structure shift to go back bullish to take a trade there. I did EU, I did gold, Euro, JPY. I don't even want to look at this because I already did have GJ up here, so I don't need to look at EJ as well. NZD USD, sells below here. Price is relatively close. I don't want to trade this at all either. I'm gonna put NZD USD slightly above GBPCHF just because I'm not interested in this no more. This is too far away from price. Gold is relatively close, so this is my watch list now. But really, we're just focusing on USD JPY because this is a trade I'm actively in. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get me something to eat real quick, chat. How y'all feeling the stream right now, though? How y'all feeling the vibe, bro? Y'all chilling right now? Am I talking too fast? Am I being informational? Did you learn something yet? Any questions, comments, concerns, things of that nature? Let me know. I want to help everybody in the community best of my ability. And the only way I can do that is with feedback. Let me know what you want to see as the viewer. If y'all got any pairs or stuff that y'all want me to break down, it could be a futures pair, it could be a stock pair, it could be anything. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ripple, it could be NAS 100, it could be ES, it could be NQ, anything. Y'all want me to break down a specific chart and let you know my interpretation of it, that specific financial market, let me know. I will be open to doing that as well. The left entry is going to pick up. Yeah, the left entry is my entry. The right entry is ChatGPT's. Let me wait. I just noticed. Let me go back to this screen. I like this screen a lot better, to be honest, just because the live chat pops up on the screen. So let me annotate that on the chart. That way, nobody gets confused if anybody new joins. This entry is ChatGPT entry. The first entry for a YouTube video. The first entry is my own trade that actively in white. Disclaimer. We get an arrow to point in there. What a fucking entry. Like, look at this entry to the pip. No drawdown. Maybe I shouldn't have scaled down my risk. Maybe I should have just full ported that shit. Nah, fuck no, I'm just playing, bro. I never recommend full port, especially risky setups, bro. Because every trade has the potential to lose. I'll be right back though. I'm gonna give me something to eat real quick. In the meantime, if you got any charts or y'all want me to break down anything like that, man, just let me know in the comments and I'll be open to breaking them down. Yeah, I'll be right back. Let's see what's happened so far. Nothing. Have you seen Bitcoin chart? Looks like a buy to me. Yeah, I think I did. I think somebody else said something about Bitcoin in the chat like 2 days ago maybe. But I forgot what that shit look like, bro. We can pull it out right now though. It's the point of live trading, bro. You get everything. You get viewers get to see everything in real time. Damn, this shit dumping. What did I say the last time with Bitcoin? Oh, this is what I said. The overall buys above here, short term sells below here. Overall, in a bearish market. Wait, overall in a bullish market. Yeah, overall in a bullish market, we just need closures above this range right over here. So I do like buys on Bitcoin, just not until price goes above 105, 500 area, 600 goes above these wicks here. It would be some nice potential buys. Breaking out of this range, then we have clean range just fill to the left hand side, and we can trade all the way up until this previous support here to this new resistance. Either that target or we have a lower target, a smaller target right over here at this rejection here. That's really it. 1 hour time frame, yeah, the 1 hour looks definitely clean for some buys, but I wouldn't take buys inside this range, and I wouldn't buy at a level of resistance either. This area already got previously rejected too many times. You see a weak, you see an indecision candle, a strong bearish candle that's solidifying direction. After this bearish engulfing, we had a nice sell off. Price came up, retested it, failed to break, retested, failed to break, retested, failed to break, retested, failed to break. All right, break and close above. So because price keep rejecting this area, I wouldn't buy here just yet. I'll wait for price to close above it, then look to take some buys if we can get a closure above the area. Other than that, yeah, definitely buys, just not until we close above here. And as far as sells, I wouldn't sell here either because sells would be counter trend. In order for me to sell, I would need these lows to get taken out first. But if you want to be risky and take some kind of sell up here to try to mimic this movement to over here where you have wait for the same kind of sell, a doji with a rejection wick and a strong aggressive bearish 1 hour, a bearish engulfing candle that respects the previous candlestick highs, break the previous candle lows to solidify that the bears are regaining momentum at this level. Then you could take this kind of sell with this kind of formation, candlestick formation, but over here. But that's not like it to happen unless this 1 hour candlestick close just like this one. The next 1 hour candlestick close just like this one. Then the third 1 hour candlestick give you that bearish engulfing. You can get an entry like somewhere right here. That loss above the high, and then you look to target this level of support down here, or rest of the liquidity sitting below this low. This low. So this would be a risky ass sell, counter trend, but could play out if the opportunity presents itself. But ideally, I would actually take buys above here. I wouldn't take these sells at all. UJ wants to play around with me, bro. I'm gonna stay in the live stream for another 30 minutes though. I'm gonna get off at 4 a.m. so I can do some production when it comes to editing those videos that I have to be posted. I'm gonna post a video today. I'm gonna post a video today of understanding price action. I'm gonna do that video today. I'm gonna edit that video today. Monday's video is going to be pre-market analysis for the weekly outlook. Wednesday's video is going to be the ChatGPT video with the gold trade we got, and then Friday video is going to be an advanced version of the Friday's video that I'm going to post today for next Friday. I'm going to try to post a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I'm posting other videos on the Tuesday and Thursday, but it's not going to be on YouTube. The other videos I'm going to post on Tuesday and Thursday are going to be on Instagram. I'm just looking behind me at my whiteboard. I have everything written down. My whiteboard. Tuesday is going to be Instagram reel. So IG reel video, like short form, 30, like a 1 minute video. And Thursdays, I'm going to start doing Discord community lives. So if you are in my Discord community, I'm gonna go live on YouTube. But while I'm live on YouTube, I'm gonna be going live in the Discord as well. That way, instead of typing in the chat, you get to actually physically interact with me and talk on a call. That way, you don't gotta comment questions, you don't gotta ask questions or stuff like that. You can just talk on a call with me. That will be every Thursday. Also, on Thursdays, the benefits of that is you can also share your screen if you got something that you want me to look at or check out in live time, rather than you just sending me a screenshot or a chart breakdown or things like that. Right? So you get the more approach would physically get and interact with me rather than just sitting inside the YouTube chat. So that will be every Thursday where I'm gonna be live on YouTube and live in the Discord call as well. But please, if you in the Discord call, please do not have a bunch of background noise. If you have a bunch of background noise, you can stay in the call. Just make sure you are on mute, and you can use the text chat in the Discord or text chat in the YouTube to comment whatever you need to say. But you can also get to share your screen and things like that nature. But if you have a lot of background noise or you're watching TV or something like that while you're trading, please mute your mic. Disclaimer. So that's the plan. Monday, YouTube video. Tuesday, Instagram post, Instagram chart video or Instagram reel. Wednesday, YouTube video. Thursday, Discord community live. Friday, YouTube video. I'm trying to get out a lot of content within the rest of the year. I've been bullshitting a lot to start the year off, so I need to get more consistent with content and growing the community. Inside the YouTube videos, the Friday videos, there will be homework. So if you are a beginner trader, intermediate trader, or advanced trader, there will be homework at the end of each video. So make sure you stay to watch to the end of the video. That way you get to know what the homework is and submit the homework in the Discord group. I'm going to make a tab for homework to submit your homework, and I'm going to be reviewing and checking homework to everybody that do submit homework. But as that way we can all grow as traders, and I could grow as a teacher in this niche or this industry, right? I have homework for y'all at the end of each video, and the homework will be based off of what you learned throughout the video. That way, I can reinforce what you learn, and that way I'll know who don't understand what if you're in the community, and that way I can make another detailed video strictly just for you to understand individually. You know? So make sure you watch the end of the video because there will be homework, and make sure you submit the homework in the homework portion, in the homework channel of the Discord. I haven't made it yet, but it will be out today. I'm gonna get my food real quick because it's done. So video today, yes, video today. Damn, I ran out of hot sauce, bro. Fuck. Damn, I'm salty. Go back to the 5 minutes I ran. Music? No, I don't do music no more. I used to. I could play some music actually. I could do non-copyright music. I used to listen to music a lot on stream, but I stopped doing that because every stream I got was getting copyrighted, and I think somebody came in the chat and wanted to rewatch my stream like as a playback, and they kept getting copyrighted, so I stopped playing music. But I think I have a non-copyright playlist. Let me see if I still have it. Yeah, I still have a non-copyright playlist. Oh, wait, did y'all hear that the whole time? Oh, that might be a little bit too low. That might be too loud. Let me know how that volume is on the music. I'm gonna stay here till 4 o'clock, then I'm hopping off. Good? Alright, bet. I don't have a specific prop firm I recommend because I'm not affiliated with no prop firms, but I can tell you what prop firm I use.
think I'm in love. Say it way too often. I can't play these games. Think I'm switching up the offense. See me in LA, I be moving cautious. I can feel no pain rolling up. I'm so exhausted. I be so exhausted. Whoa, I be so exhausted. I close my eyes, I see the vision. All this weed and got me lifted. Pour four and then I finish tonight. I told my mama that I'm with it. Got it all like this, my kitchen. Middle finger to these bitches up. Cause I'ma do it my way. Shit just like the flu. Ay, shawty said she love me.
I use top one trader. The next prop firm I'm getting into is Funded Hero. And the reason why the next prop firm I'm getting into is Funded Hero is because the owner of Funded Hero was one of my mentors when I was coming up as a trader. So I want to try his prop firm. I think 2 weeks ago I started a 50K challenge. I'm already fully funded with top one trader, but I started another 50K challenge 2 weeks ago. I'm up about 7% on it. I'm about to pass it. Next week I should be done that challenge. Once I pass it and get that payout and get a payout on that 50K, I'm gonna take that payout and I'm gonna buy Funded Hero challenge, 50K challenge. Good spreads, yeah, they spreads ain't crazy. They spreads are not crazy. I need to get a bottle of water real quick. I'll be back. I don't know why I didn't get the bottle of water when I got my food. I don't know why. It was dumb.
Raw is my emotion. These songs that I'm composing, stay fire, that's cause I'm chosen. And I don't do the boasting, but all she do is post them. She like me cause I'm open and I ain't off the potion. But I might be crispy like a white tee, meditated like Tai Chi, keep a check like Nike. Can't find a nigga that's like me, but I see fuck niggas that's high key. Plotting on me most likely, can't fuck with me cause I'm icy. I've been so lonely. I've been so damn lonely. These niggas acting phony. Acting so damn phony. Just get out my way. Swerving through lanes, I be drifting away. I can't complain, swear that I be okay. We are
I didn't mean to do that.
no, I'm never gonna change. I'm leaning on the fixture, and I've been off the liquor. Sipping on that Remy with the Henny with a mixture. They follow me
feet up, bro.
and I've been getting quicker. Been had the upper hand, I hand to hand it like we never gon' fall. All my brothers on call. We forever gon' ball. No, it's nothing at all. I've just been so lonely. I've been so damn lonely. These niggas acting phony. Acting so damn phony. Just get out my way. Swerving through lanes, I be drifting away. And I can't complain, swear that I be okay. We are not the same, no, I'm never gonna change.
Yeah.
I got so much drinking me. Wonder if you missing me. These days I can't fucking sleep. Cause I'm out here living dreams. If I send this text of mine, shawty, is you down and start. Don't say not tonight, cause you be busy, tell another lie. I done seen this thousands of times. I retype like thousands of lines. We done did this thousands of times, so I ain't tryna choose another time. Shawty tell me nah if you be really tryna start. Tired of this shit, yeah. Finna flood my wrist, yeah. I'm writing all these hits, but I wonder what I'm missing. I can never call you my little baby, no. When I drop, I wonder if you say my songs. Cause every time we fucking, we done came and went. But I'm the type to kill for my baby, yeah. I don't care about no fucking Rollie or Mercedes, yeah. Need somebody that really ride or dies with me, yeah. But I don't get in my feelings, I get in my bag. Sorry if you dumb me, no, we can't go running back. They ain't the first bitch to do the run around. I might debut first, I did how to sound. I got too much drink in me, wonder if you missing me. These days I can't fucking sleep, cause babe, I'm out here living dreams. If I send this text of mine, shawty, is you down to start? Don't say not tonight, cause you be busy, tell another lie. I done seen this thousands of times. I retype like thousands of lines. We done did this thousands of times, so I ain't tryna choose another time. Shawty tell me nah if you be really tryna start. Said I'm tired of all the acting and the bullshit. Girl, hit me back or I'll be back with a new biz. You know they trash, but you recycling the same dick. Girl,
That is a great question. When I first started trading, I was 20. I'm 25 now. While trading, that's the first form of online business that I came across. When I graduated high school, I was doing construction first, and I didn't like it too much when I started doing construction. So after that, I worked for a pharmaceutical company in a factory, and then I didn't like that shit either. So I said, you know what? I need to find out how to make money online because I really don't want to work at all. Then just when the pandemic started, and then I came across day trading from like a multi-level marketing scheme. Basically, they were teaching me how to market, but wasn't teaching me how to trade. That's when I got introduced to trading, and I noticed that trading was real and it was actually lucrative skill set. But the group that I was in just wasn't teaching me how to trade. So at that point, I stopped doing the little multi-level marketing group, and after that, I went on YouTube and just went to YouTube University and started going on YouTube and watching trading videos. Eventually, I came across Swag Academy. Then I came across Lambo Raul. Then I came across Alex G. Then I came across Daniel Savage. Then I came across Dr. Dollar. I had Daniel Savage course. I had Mamba FX's. I came across Mamba FX as well, and that's where I started to learn. But I bought Daniel Savage's course. I bought Dr. Dollar's mentorship, and that's it really. I bought hella signals too. I ain't gonna lie. I bought hella signals, but then I came to the realization that signals was crippling me and not teaching me how to trade. Right, it was crippling me. I stopped buying signals and just focused on learning for myself. Then eventually, I started to get the hang of it, and I noticed that it wasn't the strategy that was making me unprofitable at the time. It was the way I approached the strategy and my psychology behind the strategy. And then once I noticed that, I started to change my mental approach and work on myself. As I started to get better with self-discipline, I decided to build my own strategy because I started to see flaws in the strategy that I was trading. And that's how I came with my strategy, and here I am today. But I started when I was 20, and I was in a multi-level marketing group first, and they was just taking my money without teaching me how to trade. I eventually went to YouTube, paid for a mentor like Dane Savage and Dr. Dollar, and I started trading. I start learning more that way. My FX legit, you think? Hell yeah. Mamba FX is definitely my Mount Rushmore of traders. When it comes to achievements, when it comes to um um credibility, whether when it comes to being legit, when it comes to information provided, when it comes to free content, when it comes to fucking Mamba FX to check off every box. He got to be my number one favorite trader. Under Mamba FX is Alex G. To me, when it comes to stuff like that, it's not about whether the person is legit or not. For the simple fact that, well, when I was coming up as a trader, it was about if they was legit or not. If it wasn't legit and they were just trying to sell me nothing, that deep, that like, it's not, that doesn't build trust, right? But now that I'm more mature in the industry, I don't care about these influencers or YouTubers that are traders. I don't care if they do stuff legit or not. I look at their content, and with my background as a trader myself, I know that a lot of stuff that they preach is accurate, because a lot of stuff that they preach now is what I listened to when I was coming up, and it made me who I am today, and I'm actually legit. So even if he not legit, like even if he don't trade, or even if he blow accounts, like whatever the case may be, he still provide high value content that work, literally. Then that goes out there for most traders. Like affects Alex G, 100 to a mil thing. I seen a lot of people, a lot of videos saying that 100 to a mil was fake, whatever the case may be, and doing a debunk of breaking down how he got caught a bunch of different times, whatever the case may be, and all that other shit. But even if the 100 to mil challenge was fake, that doesn't discredit the fact that he know how to trade. Even if he faked that, like, it doesn't discredit the fact that he knows how to trade, and he provide good quality content for beginner, intermediate to advanced traders. Even if it was fake, he still make good content. I do so many people say he's a scammer though. Well, I don't pay attention to what so many people say, so I didn't even heard that about Mom. I never heard that about Mama Effect. I heard that about Alex G though. People saying Alex G was a scammer, but only way. But scammer, like the word scammer bothers me, right? Because if you do something that, okay, if I tell you this is how I trade and this is what works for me, and pay for this course, pay for this service, and I would show you how I do what I do and what works for me, then you take that information I give you, you apply it to just try to apply it to the best of your ability, but it don't work for you, you're gonna call me a scammer and say my shit don't work. Just because my shit don't work for you, don't mean it don't work for me, but you're gonna still label me as a scammer because you paid for a service and you didn't get the results that you wanted to get for whatever reason. It could be because your psychology messed up. It could be because you're not disciplined. It could be because you're not as patient as me, or that can be. So you're still gonna label me as a scammer and say my shit don't work, or my strategy or my approach to the market don't work because it didn't work for you. But there's other 99 people that it worked for, or 50 people that it worked for, even 10 people that it worked for. But just because it don't work for you, you're gonna label me as a scammer. So the whole scammer thing, when it comes to this community, is too flawed. Everybody is quote unquote a scammer if their shit don't work for somebody individually. But it's not about their individual impact, it's their impact on the industry itself as a whole. Like, I took a lot of stuff from the way Mama FX trade in the beginning of me trading. I don't use Mama FX approaches anymore, but in the beginning, I used a lot of his content. And then eventually, I came across other influencers that applied, that talked about similar content, but with their own kind of twist to it, that I gravitated to more of those approaches than rather than Mama FX's. But that doesn't mean Mama FX shit don't work. Like, it was working for a while for me, but eventually it was somewhere that I don't know where I went wrong at, but I was fucking up and I started getting clapped. But that doesn't mean his shit don't work. That just means it doesn't work for me, and then you go apply a different approach. That doesn't make him a scammer. I've seen a trader take 50 cents to 4K. Okay, Now that's crazy. 50 cents to 4K is crazy because for one, how do you even deposit 50 cents? Like, how do you even deposit 50 cents? And then with a 50 cent deposit, you drop a 0.01 lot. Nigga, what's your stop loss? 1 pip? 5 pips should count going. 3 pips should count going with margin call. So, and what is that? What do that leverage look like on a 50 cent 4K? What do that leverage look like? Damn, that's crazy. The strategies are what matters. Pick one or two, and not all might work for you. So, I think when it comes to strategies is not even what makes a good trader a good trader. Like, strategy is the least, not the least, but strategies is like 30% of the work it takes to become profitable. Because anybody teaching the strategy work for. The strategy always work for the person that's teaching it. If it wasn't, they wouldn't be teaching it in the first place. Like, ICT strategy always going to work for ICT because it's his strategy. Mama FX strategy always going to work for Mama FX because it's his strategy. Alex G strategy going to always work for Alex G because it's his strategy. My strategy is going to always work for me because it's my strategy, right? Because I know all of ins and outs of it. I made it myself. But that doesn't apply to the people that I'm teaching it to because they might not have the same eyes that I have. They don't have the same understanding of the market that I have. They don't have the same experience that I have, right? All those things take into account on the strategy. They don't have the same psychology that I have. They don't have the same mental toughness that I have. They don't have the same patience, the same discipline. All of that other minor facts that a lot of beginner traders overlook is what makes the strategy profitable. It's not the strategy itself that's profitable. It's the minor stuff that's intertwined with the strategy that makes the strategy good. So a profitable strategy is only 30% of the becoming profitable phase, right? Every strategy, like, you could trade indicator based, you could be profitable. You could trade RSI, you could be profitable. You could trade blender based, you could be profitable. You could trade EMA, supply and demand, IGT, support and resistance, SMT. Like, it's a bunch of different ways to trade. You could be profitable with any of them. That doesn't mean anybody could be profitable with any of them. Right? So the strategy is not the deciding factor on if you make money or if you lose money in the market. The deciding factor is self-discipline and self-improvement. Initially, the client almost blew his account, and the trader, had to try to take it back up. It only took a span of days though. Wow, that's crazy. 50 cents, even with the smallest lot you can fucking place. 50 cents, a 0.01, 5 pips, the whole 50 cents is gone. With leverage, 4 pips, 3 pips, stop loss, you're getting margin call. $10 pips is $1 with a 0.01. So they can't have more than a 10 pip stop loss. So that leads me to the X. What was they trading? What time frame they was trading where they was finding valid 5 pip stop losses consistently using the 0.01? And what I said, what time frame already? What pair? And yeah. That's crazy. I'm gonna wrap it up here though. He was trading synthesis. Nah, I don't even know what that is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have no idea what synthesis is. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's your boy Traderholic, and I'm gonna head out now. Within this trade, if anybody, I don't know if y'all took this trade or not, but if anybody took this trade, what I'm gonna do with it, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna manage it. You can do what you do accordingly. Again, previous results don't predict future profits. Again, my point of live streaming and my YouTube career is to show the journey, show my journey as a profitable day trader, and to showcase my interpretation of how I view these personal financial markets, not and whatsoever giving any financial advice. This is just me and what I'm doing. So with me personally, I'm gonna hold this sell, hold stop loss, and hold TP. Whatever price does in between, I consider that this price action doing what it needs to do before it picks the overall directional bias, or before it goes the way it wants to go, whether I'm in the trade or not. If I close now and it goes bullet bearish, it was going to do that anyway if I stayed in it. If I close now and it goes bullish, guess what? It was going to do that anyway whether I stayed in it or not. I'm still confident in the strategy. We still took out this low. We still never rebroke this high, so my directional bias is still bearish on this time frame. Nothing changed in that aspect of trading, even though we saw some drawdown. Drawdown is a part of trading. Not every trade is going to go straight to TP. Not every trade is going to go straight to top stop loss, right? That's the point of a stop loss, to protect you and cushion your losses, and so on and so forth. That's what I'm going to do this trade. I'm going to get out at TP whenever it gets hit, so on and so forth. I'll catch y'all during Monday. Video will be posted today. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, that way you get notified when I post a video. You can join the link down in the Discord. Link down in the description for the Discord is open to anybody that wants to join. The Discord is free for anybody to join. If there's anybody in the chat that hasn't joined just yet, I will post an announcement when I do upload the video as well. There's a link in the description for my Instagram as well. I will be posting Instagram content all upcoming next week. As I told you my schedule before, I am posting both YouTube and Instagram content all week next week and every week after that, in a strategic format that I made. Well, I'm wrapping up here. It's your boy Traderholic, and I'm out. Hope everybody have a blessed night or day, depending on where you are at in the world. And don't overtrade, don't over leverage. Stay disciplined and stick to your rules, man. It's your boy Traderholic, and I'm out. Chat. Peace.
She wanna kick it like Ronaldo. Flew her right out of the state on Monte Carlo. Pink slips, we don't even got a car, no. I've been drinking out this liquor in my sorrows. She wanna kick it like Messi. She been trying to text me. Nothing been the same since the day that you left me. Now I'm on top, I've been whipping in a Tessie. She been playing games, no scrimmage, trying to test me. Wake up feeling moody, she just wanna use me. Story of my life, every day feel like a movie. I've been with a gang, walking around with them Thule. Air Force Ones on my feet, I've been cooling. Smoking on that Doja, not cat, just Skittles. Tattoos on my body, I'ma rock it like it's riddle. She want ass shots, poke a hole like a dimple. Sticking to the code with the bros, keep it simple. And I ain't never need no soul. She just wanna call my phone. I ain't picking up, lil' hoe, I won't answer. She said she a Leo, but she had